Hey everyone, it's Waylon here to announce that Sid and I are of course joining in on the hashtag SaveTF2 movement. On May 26th, we'll be taking to social media to write about how much this game means to us and why it's lasted the test of time. We aren't going to be directly messaging any devs or staff members, just talking about how great of an experience this game is. This is a peaceful protest above all about sharing our love for our favorite game. Shork is helping to organize everything, though there is nobody that's directly in charge. He is helping to structure everything and the core message and what we're trying to do. This event has almost everyone from the TF2 community coming together to be what is probably the largest collab ever and has a ton of backing behind it, with lots of other people already making videos about it, so I'm sure you've heard of it by now. As most of you know, the game has become completely unplayable, no exaggeration there, and has been that way for at least 2 years. Zero acknowledgement from Valve, zero updates, to the point where it seems like they're deliberately ignoring us. I myself was inspired by Squim Jim to make my own video calling out Valve and asking everyone to email them, so I'm no stranger to taking part in these movements. We want to get the attention of Valve themselves and get TF2 trending. Maybe it'll do something, maybe it won't. Worst case scenario, TF2 gets tons of free publicity and more people are aware of the ongoing issue. I love this game. It's one of my favorites of all time. I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for this game. The hats, the guns, the characters, the exciting moment-to-moment gameplay. It's a masterclass of game design and one whose age never shows. It could be 15, 25, 35 years old, and it would still deserve to be played and remembered. Games like TF2 come around once in a lifetime, and I like to talk about what this game means to me. I started playing in 2013, but I've known about it since 2011 because I played Half-Life 2 and knew about Valve's many other games. I played the orange box at a friend's house when it originally came out on Xbox, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but I wasn't very good at it. Then I transitioned to watching YouTube videos about the game, reading the wiki, and scanning the blog as often as I could. When I was a free-to-play, I thought that maybe if I crafted a hat, people would think I was good. So I stockpiled reclaimed metal, then deleted items like my gibbous and haunted scrap because I only had 1 page of inventory space. When I was a free-to-play, I remember getting a hat drop, someone immediately sending me a trade request, where I then gave him my new hat for a rocket jumper. Then, after that, another guy sent me a trade request and told me how big of a blunder that was. Then he gave me like 3 hats for free to make up for it. Those events happened so long ago, but they left such an imprint on my mind because that was a huge experience to me when I was a brand new player. Yeah, deleting all that stuff from my backpack, that was pretty stupid, but it's a fun memory to look on, and the generosity from that one guy who gave me that free stuff, I'll never forget that. New players aren't going to get to experience something like that because they'll try to join casual and be instantly kicked or killed by all the bots. Then, maybe if they can figure out the server browser, they'll try and join a community server, but either be auto-kicked for being a free-to-play account, or they'll find some insane server with weird rules and think, oh, that's just what TF2 is. It's not like they have any kind of outside source of information to look up, not like when I did anyway. I'll never forget the dozens of hours I spent watching Star and Germa's live commentaries, Mr. Paladin's spy tutorials, Lazy Purple's old replays, and I've seen Funk's explosive high fives video more times than I can count. Point is, I love the TF2 community, and the amount of influence it's had on me as a person is astronomical. They're why I played the game, they're why I make YouTube videos about it. And, you know, I obviously can't forget Sin himself. I've lost track of the amount of times I've rewatched his how-to compilations from back in the day. And as some of those people left and moved on to bigger and better things, they paved the way for others to take their place, like Uncle Dane, Squim Jim, Whomobile. Oh, and the Gmod and SFM animators, like Geno Whirl, Costamanian, ST Black, The Winglet, El Toro 64 Russ, and so many more. But lately, it seems like everyone has moved on and abandoned the game. Sure, it most likely wasn't out of choice. TF2 just hasn't been updated in over 5 years. There's just blatantly nothing new to talk about. No new live commentaries, no new weapon videos, no new crates to unbox, nothing. Not to mention all the hazardous damage Valve has done to free-to-plays in a pathetic attempt to limit bots masked as security improvements. The hacker bots have done irreparable damage to Team Fortress 2, but more so to its community. Everyone's sick of them. Everyone's sick of talking about them. We want Valve to do the bare minimum and just talk to us about it. I think I'd feel a little bit better if they came out and just flat out said they weren't going to do anything, or they just didn't have a fix. That'd be awful and be the worst case scenario, but it's still something from them. Casual and competitive mode are unplayable, and community servers that aren't running ×10 24/7 Dust Bowl are either constantly full or dead and dying. The community has nothing left, especially the new players. I wish I was recording when it happened, but honest to God, the last match I played, I saw in chat that a new player had just earned their mercenary badge. Made me realize, yes, new players are still coming to the game. But then I had another realization. They don't have anything like I had when I was like them all those years ago. New players aren't going to open YouTube and see, oh, their favorite TF2ber upload a new live commentary or a silly map video, or them just goofing off with their friends. I'm sure there are a few select channels out there that still try to make it work, but nowadays everyone has to have some kind of gimmick. That pure 2013 experience of TF2 will never be replicated. New players don't get that, and maybe they never will get that. When I was free to play, I had so much content to look forward to and absorb, I didn't know how good I had it. You don't miss anything unless it's truly gone, and I never want new players to experience that. So, I hope that with everything I've said in mind, you'll join us on May 26th on a social media platform of your choice and help us to save TF2!
Sentry down!
The control point has been captured.